Good morning. Coming to you live at 1100 hours 26 minutes, February 6th, Wednesday, 2019. Titled this Exposing Yourself series. Going to be part of the series of Black Man Building. I have been formed by my lady friend and women, and I've learned this too. But it's good that they said it because it just allowed my eyes to be open and then allow me to help some people be aware of things. But what I want to do with men is called Black Community Building, Expose. What are you? Who are you to you? First, take the time out at the beginning, at the before you lay your head down any day. I don't like saying the end. Because the purpose of life is to live. The purpose of life is not to die. The end of life is not death. The beginning of life is to live. So as you go through life, you are here to live, to make new life. So when you start denying yourself of that, you are not alive. Just because you're alive, that don't mean you're living. How are you living? Are you living through your someone? Are you living through fear? Are you living through not following through? It's different things that can cause you. And I do lives is I've been given so much knowledge to myself. Not to, I don't want to change your mind. I like to guide and challenge you. And if you can fight that, but this is my kicker. I'm 36. And a man that's 56, 86, that don't mean his mind is greater than mine. That shows me he just lived a little longer than me. But and if I'm going to do a comparison, he lived longer than me, but he just lived longer than me. If you think about it, I'm not trying to be so psychedelic, psychoanalyst, psycho-complex, or whatever words you want to use with the building and the mentality of the mind, the creation of the mind, the building, the putting together, the alignment, the freak. I want to say that I challenge myself today to be different or to be more of me. If you got to be, if anything, and I always say this, and I say this in my lives, and I don't say it as much, I should say more. You get what you need and you leave. When you go to a party, you get what you need. I went to the party to celebrate the birthday. You did what you did and you leave. Or if you stand there to help clean up, you're there for a reason. And the world, you born into this world into iniquity. You born into some things that you cannot change. But the society and the world tell you something's wrong with you. But this is not even psycho, because I'm asking you just to talk to you. You don't have to listen. If you don't get anything out of it, do your own. If you don't get anything, I will tell my nephew. Out of all my dialogue topics and subject with him, I like to say, I love to say, such as dialogue. I hate the word like, and I hate the word con. Anything with the word con and connection. It sounds silly to some people, but that's for me. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this to share what I have in my heart and my mind. I don't want to come together with somebody and collaborate. I don't want to compromise because I don't want to take you from you. I don't want to take me from me. I want to lay it on the table and say, if I throw down a spade, well, how many spades are there? If we go from the zero to, let's say, to the king, it's the you go from two. So you're gonna start 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spades. Then you got the lowest, highest spade is the jack. Then you got the king, then the queen. Then that's the spades. Those are all the spades. So which one are they? Is they the hearts, the diamonds, and they have them in 4 suits. The hearts, the diamonds, and what is the heart, diamonds, clubs, and the spade. Yeah, the spade. I say that right. So you got 4 suits, but you don't have to pick one. You can pick all the suits. I'm not telling you to pick one. So if you're a black man and you want to date out of your race, I'm not just telling you to stay in your race. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna beat you down. I want to know your mentality. Because I want to know if you standing and rocking with me, regardless of what race you choose for a wife as your people you want to be around. But if you don't want to be around me, cool. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to badmouth you. Just don't come to harm me. That's my asking from me and knowledge wise is simple. If you don't, if things I say do not fit you, you don't have to work. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay if what you desire and another person don't. That's not for you then. Because if you put down all your cards, if you had all these, let's say these are cards, these are all my papers. Let's say these are cards. These are cards, right? I'm putting them on the table. And it say love. And then she got a card. Oh, you got love? And she matched the cards with love. That's love. Okay, commitment. Okay, commitment. But on the card, you're gonna express to her and yourself what is love, and she's gonna say what is love, and you're gonna put them together and say those go together. That's not stopping you from finding love. That's starting you from to seek and find it. To find love, you have to seek it. I'm seeking for it because I asked her what is love. If you meet a person that don't do that, cool. You are truly okay. Not everybody is going to reach everybody. Not everybody is going to be for everybody. If you have a cup of tea and she's not your cup of tea, well, guess what? She's not your cup of tea. She might calamine, you might be peppermint. See, you here to soothe her. See, calamine is to lay her down, or romance, put her to sleep. I'm not here to put you to sleep yet. Let me get to that part. So even though my love, if you're willing to play the card at the right, so if I'm playing spades, I say I'm looking at my cards and be like, well, okay, we playing one. They threw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we playing with. I got 6 cards. Like, okay, how many aligned cards do I have? But then I remember it's 52, or how many place I was 52 cards in the deck. We already know we're not reinventing the wheel, are we? So I think you get about 8. You get about 8 cards. You get 8 cards. I have cards. I gotta find them. I don't really play cards as much. Usually I go to people's house and we buy them and we leave them in. We usually have a group and we know where the cards at, or I'll bring some. They're somewhere around there in the drawer. So we have the cards. Should have brought them out. It would have made more sense, but always have. And that's the thing about life. You always have, there's something else available. Don't give up. I'm talking to my man because I was told I am harsh on women. So you will not hear me say nothing about black women. I won't even garnish. I'm only talking to my men. It's not harsh. If that sound harsh, then I can't win. So you know how they say catch 22. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. If I don't or if I do. But I want to talk to the men because I want to build the black community building back up. That's part of it. We need the women, but we need men on our own too to not have a woman around. And then when we bring them to the forefront, they can see we standing strong and we are united and they can stand with us. So we have these cards. So I gotta remember it's 52 cards in the deck. And if it's 52 cards in the deck, I know it's 4 suits. So if I gotta have, you make sure you got the highest card in your deck. So and I forgot, sorry, I didn't mention the 4 suit has the ace. That's like the trump card. I hate to use that name too, trump. That's the trump card. So if you got the ace and you got the king and the queen, the ace is over the king and queen. So you would say, okay, I got the ace. You got that. But the key is, before I get to that, you have that. That's one book. Now you got a king, you may have a queen. So you got 5 cards left, but you got 3 definites that in your mind, I know the 52 deck. And you got to think about your partner too. So I'm not going to say, and these other 2 cards can be a possible, you say. So I have 3 in a possible. And if I tell my partner I have 3 in a possible, you get the alignment with your partner to understand, okay, this is a possible. So I'm knowing. So if I'm saying these are the highest cards available, and then you might have a joker. The jokers is higher than ace because we made it that way, and we know the joker is not the person that plays. Sometimes depends because some comedy people have some knowledge. If you listen to some of them, so and sometimes they have more knowledge than the senator. So you gotta think, where do comedy come from? It come from the heart. It's starting to hurt. Where do you want to? When you become who you want to become, where do it start? It starts in the heart. So this live is going to be long. I have written down a lot of points and views that I'm going to go on topic, but I'm going to be off topic, but I'm still going to be in the same frequency as I'm doing these space. So your partner know exactly what you gotta, what he or she has to do. And if you're a male, you're gonna have a woman. So you want to make sure the woman you have, if you're saying this is for sure, I got this. I'm positive we getting a book. But then the key thing with that, I can't wait to the end of the game to play this card. I gotta play the card as fast as possible. Because the faster you play it, the better you know. But if you got good alignment, but you know you have an ace, and your partner know, if you have the king of spades and you don't have the ace, and you don't know if your partner have it, and you if that's a possible, but you don't count because I'm only counting those three books. But you don't want to go over with a remainder too far. So you would say three and a possible, and your partner will help you. Because your partner say they might have three aces and you got three. Well, we definitely got six. So we gonna say seven. We gonna run the board and say seven. So we doing big hand, take little hand right now. So your partner gonna understand, okay, then you bust out your six. That one left over, you're gonna be like, that's where that king. I can play that if I know I have the ace and I have a king. You can play that king first, and then you win the book. You play first, so you win the book. They throw out all their cards. They're not going to win, but they're not going to throw out their best card because they still have a possible chance that you play your ace and you play your king. They know you got the ace, or they know when they say, okay, you got the book too, because your partner is going to have, when you start playing very good. That's the thing about that three-ring cord is not easily broken. You got strands that you work on and they become one cord. They got strands they work on and become one cord. And you wrap them around each other and they intertwine. And then that's when all the building and the unity come together. But you have to allow that person to become that. But then after you allow and you see what they got, and that's not what you need, you take them cards. This is just it's your personal choice. So you can keep going forward. What I'm doing, I'm putting that back in the deck, and I'm about to reshuffle. I know it's 1 million African descendant black women. Close, a lot of them going to be close around my age. And when I decide to be where I want to be, and she decides to be where she want to be, we're going to talk. So there's 1 million. I know if I cut them in half, I still got opportunity with so many available women for me. I'm not worried about that one. That one is not for you. Your job is not to be cold. So if a woman ever present herself to you, it's not to be cold to her. It's to say thank you. I appreciate your offer. I appreciate what you've done, but I have to see, and that's the part of the world where we forget. I don't move at the same pace. But sometimes if you're willing and if available and you accepted a lot of things, you would say, okay, I'm not wasting my time. I have time available to see where this go, and I want to see where we go. But you are making a stand. You are letting her know, I'm not going to take this. So you giving her also an opportunity to say, he's not going to take that. Let her leave. And that let you, and when I say men, this is your choice again. I put all my eggs in one basket. I don't have extra women. So if she what I have already before her, I let her know this is what I have. When I see fit to get as I get rid of a little thing. So instead of having a convertible or Ferrari car, I might need a range, if I'm gonna go to a nice or another same nice brand, that's the money I can afford with. I'm going to a Range Rover, or I'm going to go to an SUV because that's 4-door now. I'm creating now. I'm giving her the mind. I want a family. See what I'm saying? You start This is black men. This is series one. This is going to be two parts because I don't want the videos to be too long. So in the next one, this is going to be a four-part, like a mini break up. I hate saying break down because we reaching for higher heights. We going higher now. We no longer sitting down here. So as I do that with her, I'm showing her I'm ready to love. I'm ready to give my time to her. It's not hurting my pockets because now what you doing, even with that, now you might have, and then you come together with her, you would say, oh dang, okay, I can do this because now I I went from a convertible to one car, one door or two door, and there's no. I don't really care for putting people in the back seat unless we're cruising together. It's not a car I'm going to go hang out and pick up people, and we're going to travel to state or city to city or sightseeing or tourist or tourism things of that nature. That's tourism is the only ism that I say scheme is good. Anything else, any other schemes and isms is bad. It's horrible. They're stupid. So I'm getting rid of that. I'm putting my cars on the deck. I'm getting rid of that. So now what you're doing is, all right, I got rid of that car. Now guess what you can afford? I can afford a house. So that's that next step you're going to take with her. And hopefully my African descendant, quote unquote, black men, is understanding because I didn't have a father there to show me this. Things he said to me came later. And if you got any question, ask me. It's never too personal. And I have an email. I'm gonna put my email in there. This is Black Community, and this is online. I'm doing it online as I do in the street. I do it in the street. I go out and talk to young men. I don't have a building yet, but that's how life works. I'm 36, 46, 56, 66, 76, 86, 96. If I stop at 86, that's 50 years I still got to go. That's a long time for me to go to school, get a license, go get some other skills, go learn how to build, go learn how to do this, go learn how to do different things. That's a whole life I got planned out for myself. That's 50 years. And at 36, let's say I'm a late bloomer. Remember, you're not late. You starting where you supposed to be at. You're not supposed to be at where nobody else supposed to be at. But remember, if it's inducive, if you're going to do your life a certain way and build your life a certain way, then that's your life. You cannot deviate from your life to, because what people is going to do to you, they're going to say this to you. I can't wait to see your wife. I can't wait to see your life later. But it's like, you don't gotta wait. I'm telling you now. Because a lot of people are saying they want actions. And I learned this as a man. Words come before actions. Listen to what I'm saying. And if I don't do the actions, that's when but if I'm just saying action, 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 I need a visual of what you're doing. I need some understanding. Because I know for me, I'm not gonna move, walk, and talk with you. I'm not gonna, I don't want to hold your hand if out of your mouth is not doing the same as you're walking. Your talking got to match your walk, because your first ideas you put down is on paper with a pen. This is your purpose and your reasonings. And now what I want to do, I want to build a house by the end of this year. I want to save money about it. I want to have a certain amount. This is your first document to yourself or to anybody that sees this. This is what you're doing. So when I open up, I got a book called Record Book. So I know I sound like I'm Barney and I'm teaching because I'm learning. Everybody's not the same level. I'm not doing this to be funny to you, to make fun of you. Because if you got a YouTube channel, you got something, other platform you're using, I love it when you break it down to me. I love it when you don't break it down. I love it when you basically give me a direction and you give me a word. Like you would say, like instance, you say, go study the word record. And when I study the word record, it's other words that's not telling me. So I write down that word. So in record, it say, what does record mean? I have a collection. Oh, a collection. I go look up collection. When I look up collection and it sounds funny, it's going to sound funny to people because I say I'm perfect. I say I'm perfect, and I say I get better too. But I say it to myself. When they asking me, I'm not saying it to them. I'm saying it to myself. That's me. When a person have a view or opinion or what I'm saying this. I'm everything I'm saying right now is I'm saying it to you because I have the knowledge of it because it's for me. But I love to, if I'm gonna be a man, what is it that I have all of these things in my life and I won't share? I have a big giant home and I won't share. What is it for me to have it if I don't share it? And people not so keen on that because they will tell you you need to heal. I'm like, I'm healed. But what I'm doing, I'm showing you the process. See, a lot of people wait till they get to the now I got my house, I got my car, I got my wife, I got my kids. Now let me do it. I'm like, no. You see where I'm living, you see my hair, I don't care. My nose was bleeding the other day. I had a piece of tissue. I'm never gonna be too so you're gonna see where I came from. You're gonna see the same way. You can see my boots. They're like them raggedy. Can I still put on my feet? Is it keeping the snow out and the water off my feet? Yes or no? That's how I look at it. If it is, cool. I get boots when I feel like it. If that make me a bum, that make me look less than, cool. Because my outside is not even who I am. And then when I get smoothed up now, the same day, I seen a guy looking like he just came out the garbage can. He could have been a truck driver. I don't know. People was laughing. A lot of women was laughing at him. And then a dude, so many ways, came back down the street. He had a three-piece suit on, like split these on like an hour or so many, because we still outside. So many hours later, everybody mouth dropped. I just went up to I ain't saying that. I was just smiling when they was done. He smiled. I felt this. He felt my energy. No homo. I felt his energy. Because we don't got to be homo to a man to want to be. Sometimes being around some men do feel better than than being around the opposite sex. Because the energy. If I'm vibing off, here comes the brand new flavor in the air. My man's all like, yo, that's our joint. We gonna start boom, 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 boom. We gonna start vibing together. That's nothing wrong with that. Because that's that time for you and him. That's your relationship. That is the man perspective of intimacy with your friend. Because you vibing. So there are vibrations and frequency. Then when they go off, you're like, yo, that was a jam. Then you start playing cards. Like, oh, that's full circle. You start back. Oh, let's play some spades. Then the other homie come up. Yo, and they play that next hard. Yo, I remember that song in 92, man. Then you start vibing and you start reminiscing and you start, yo, I can bang with him. Yo, what's your name? Oh, you okay, you Ty? Oh, I'm OJ. Let's go. That's not my friend. That's his friend. But you just vibing. And that's a different intimacy that we don't talk about. We only see intimacy as sex and sexuality. We don't see it as a purpose and a point to attain a alignment with the same sex. See, it's going to sound strange because in your mind, they're telling you the same people that's effing you up, that did you wrong, yo, and they keep doing it and they pass it down and they had children and they pass it to them. It's going to tell you something wrong with your mind. It's nothing wrong with your mind. You are okay. The world is sick. You have an attitude, cool. But don't let it stink. I can smell a stink spirit a long way. If it stink, that's your fault. And you can't blame nobody for your stinkness. I can't blame nobody for my stinkness. That's my actions. That is my mind to choose. So in Black community building, the word in there is the word I. I. One, plural, singular. And I'll keep speaking on this for a reason. Spirit keeps telling me to keep reminding that one plural, everything start with I. And then when you go I, you looking. But on the opposite of I, you're basically looking inside of yourself. You can't really do that. Like there's no way to really look inside yourself. But you got to think about all the things you do. Don't allow somebody to tell you that that's not it. No, what I'm saying is not for everybody. And what I'm saying you can take from it. Because there's a lesson in every situation. There's an understanding to understand in every event you go through. But that don't mean then sometimes it might not be a lesson. Maybe you just meant to be like, oh, okay, it's meant for you just to see. Because I learned this as well. My, excuse me, my brother experience don't have to be mine, but you can experience it with him and watch. Watch what your brother, sister, aunt, uncle, mother, father, niece, nephew do, wherever they at in their life. Remember, if they're going to pre-K, watch them go to pre-K. Go pick them up. When you picking them up, like, wow, I remember I was there. And you start reminiscing, be like, okay, what is some things that you see now, good or bad? Like, oh, I can tell my niece or my nephew that, hey, yeah, I remember doing this. But I remember the gross murder room. They're like, yeah. So it's never nothing you can't help somebody with. And if they don't want help, so be it. Let them not have. If they saying don't want it, so then what you start doing, and I learned this, man, learn how to navigate. Learn how to navigate your way through what you need to get through. Because you're not relying on that person, that same sex or the opposite sex to help you. Especially if I'm not going to mention the opposite sex, but I'm going to give you an understanding of you. Challenge and guide yourself to understand and guide you. Because not all people is going to be designed and grew up as you've been nurtured, fostered, and breeded two different separate ways. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. But remember, at the end of the day, you are you, they are them. Their opinions matter if you want them to matter. It's what you value and what you have morals and ethics for. What is your greatest potential? Where do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Now, with your affirmations, your empowerments, and your reinforcements, I love me, I am great, I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. That yesterday happened to me is not going to stop me from today. That was the past. It happened. I can't go back. I'm in the now, in the present. It's a gift. In the future, I can't predict, but I'm going to prepare. So every minute that go by, how am I preparing myself? And I don't mean don't rest. I don't mean you got to be busy every two. It's your choice. If you got to remember, I'm going to keep saying this. It's your choice. Not everybody's going to fashion the garment. But then too, listen, give a person time to bloom. But it's your cards. You played the card of loyalty and they played it. They say, I think loyalty is when I'm ready to be committed. I was like, well, I think I'll say loyalty is the first day I talk to you. So if they don't say that, that's a flag. That's a flag for you. That has nothing to do with them. So if they take an offense, you and what you do, you don't got to discuss it. But if you're able to discuss it with them, why would they take offense at your card? Don't get mad because your card of loyalty don't sit the same. My card don't sit the same. I don't look as every other man. I'm not built as every other man. I don't look as every other man or every man. So I can't do that. I only can do what Otha Williams Jr. can do. That's all I can do. When I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose, wisely. So you would know what's for you. This is just the introduction of Black Community Building Series 1, Part 1. I'm going to come back with Part 2. So this is the first part. That's the second, the third, and the fourth. Today, it's going to be 4 parts. I'm going to come back at you. I'm going to label them as such in my title. And you know how you got the title and the description. That's what it's called, the description. And then even down in the comment box, this depends on if they allow me not. If they don't, I'm going to pin it in my comment. So I'm going to give this video a little time to upload. And hope you having a great day. If you're at work or whatever it is, I hope you be great at it. Have some pride in yourself. Be proud of who you are as a young African descendant man. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. If it's positive and it holds in your morals and values and ethics, that's good and positive. Go ahead, keep trying. Remember, it's not failure until you don't try. And it's successful once you finish it.